Despite efforts to get Coloradans into other modes of transportation, we Coloradans remain in love with our automobiles. Today, Dr. Colorado looks at some of the first cars in our state. We're going to talk about that in a moment, but I want to know what your first car was.
Our very first family car was a 1957 Plymouth station wagon.
And
it was baby blue color.
I was going to say, it was a light color. Baby
Yeah.
blue was a popular color back then, right? All right, let's talk about this. So despite wretched roads, who had Colorado's first automobile?
This would be David W. Brunton, inventor of the Brunton compass, a brilliant mining engineer. He went to Boston, went to a car show there and bought a locomobile and had it shipped out in a big box. He had to go down to Union Station, pick it up, take the box home, a horse-drawn wagon, and then put the car together.
Assemble his own car.
Right.
It's a do-it-yourself. That's interesting. Fun memory. All right, let's talk about Lawrence Phipps. How did he help the car culture in Colorado?
Well, Lawrence Phipps of the famous Phipps family,
yes.
Millionaires here. He bought a new car every year.
Every year, of course he did.
And when he ordered the Mercedes, it came with a chauffeur and the mechanic. Did you get a mechanic and a chauffeur with your last car?
I wish. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
All right, Spencer Penrose. He was a Colorado Springs tycoon. He had a unique way of testing his cars, didn't he?
Right. He also would get a new car about every year, and to make sure it was going to work well, he built the Pikes Peak Highway. And here you see a picture of the Pikes Peak Highway, now I think run by the city of Colorado Springs. And if the car made it to the top, he'd buy it.
If the car made it to the top, he'd buy it. It meant it had some integrity. It had some gusto. Some get up and go, right? All right. All right, so these days, if my car breaks down, I call AAA or my husband or somebody else. But what would you do back in the day?
That was a real problem. You had to push it or try to find some farmer with a wagon who would help you pull it into town, or put the crew to work, as you can see here, with a woman pushing behind. And when you took it to town, there were no car dealerships or automobile dealerships. Yeah. You took it to a blacksmith shop.
A blacksmith?
So the blacksmiths turned out to be the early repairmen for automobiles.
Interesting. And, you know, when you think back at times and how different they are, we take it for granted these days, don't we? All of the conveniences that we do have. All right, here's another great photo of Mayor Robert Speer. He's campaigning by car in 1908. But what else did Mayor Speer do to promote automobile travel here in Colorado?
Well, he was really into automobiles, as you can see from this photo. He did many of the parkways, which were automobile drives, and then automobile drives to the mountains, even to the top of Mount Evans.
No kidding.
And to all the Denver mountain parks. You could drive to those.
Yeah, it's great seeing those old photos. All right, we can't talk about cars without talking about Henry Ford's Model A, really, and how it changed so many lives back then.
Right, this was the first really affordable car. Before that, cars were called toys of the rich, and it was rich like Penrose and Phipps who could own and operate cars. But here the middle class is beginning to buy cars in the 1920s.
Oh my goodness. We take, you know, a lot of road trips. We take vacations with family in our cars. It's changed over the years, hasn't it? As far as taking vacations by car.
Right, you used to do it by railroad.
Yeah.
And tour the country that way, but now it'd be an automobile, and you pack the whole family in. Jackie, did you go through that, getting packed in with all your siblings?
Of course.
Yeah. Get the family vacation. And it was thought to be the patriotic thing to do. Go see Williamsburg, go see Washington, D.C., see these wonderful national parks.
Yeah, wonderful. Wonderful. Great to start talking with you now. Before we go, there are some congratulations in order, because 2 weeks ago, Historic Denver held its 49th annual dinner and awards program at the Brown Palace Hotel. And this year, our dear friend, Dr. Tom J. Noel, aka Dr. Colorado, sitting right here next to me, received the Keystone Award for Lifetime Achievement in Historic Preservation. So congratulations on that.
Well, thank you, Jackie.
How does that feel?
I was honored and humbled to get this. Historic Denver's done so much great work. Over the years, it's been great working with them. We now have, I think, 350 landmarks, something like 60 different historic districts.
Wonderful. Well, congratulations again, and it's well deserved. We appreciate your time. We'll jazz up the holidays at the Grant Humphreys Mansion on December 12th from 5:30 to 9 p.m. Enjoy stories of Colorado holidays past with Dr. Colorado and historian Mary O'Neill and their band of Merry Elves. Reservations are required, so email reservations@state.co.us. The Grant Humphreys Mansion is located at 770 Pennsylvania Street in Denver. Sounds like a great program.